It's beautiful. We do not want it to downpour. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. It's raining. What happens when it just rains like crazy? What do? Now we gotta cover up. Once you start a pour, you gotta finish it. Man, look at how heavy this is. On hell here, he's 10. Look at that. Here we go. What a sight to see. I always love it. Concrete trucks lined up. We got 3 more trucks lined up. Pump rig over here. Another truck on the site. It's a really amazing feeling getting back on track over here after some trials and tribulations, but that's part of it, right? There we go. Hell yeah. Starting over there on the back. Man, this is amazing. So this is actually the first pour of 2. We're doing this whole top area, all of these areas, and then we have to do the guest house, all of our piers. We have some other walls around the master over there. We're gonna be good to go. Top of the morning. ¿Qué pasó, maestro? Buenos días, amigos. ¿Cuántos trocas hoy? 8? 10? So they're pouring here with the line pump. Vibrator comes after, shakes it up, gets all the air bubbles out. You see how the concrete starts settling more? And then we have the guys coming behind. That's a metal 2x4. You use that as a screed. They're just kind of getting this level with hand trowels and the screed, okay? Then, after the stuff hardens up a little, I will show y'all. They'll bring out the power trowel, which is like a giant fan, and then they'll bring out the bull float or the mappa. Trying to get everything decently level right now. And this is looking good. Exactly what you want to see. And it's nice, it's real humid today. You know, after we pour, if you get a little rain, it's nice to hydrate the concrete, or we have to use like hoses and sprinklers to hydrate it all. But if it rains, you can be good without that. We got the FNG here. What's up, Wes?
What's up?
How you liking everything so far?
I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. First big boy job out of college.
First one.
How old are you?
20 years old.
20 years old. So this guy, he's starting as assistant superintendent. Assistant superintendent or superintendent assistant?
Assistant superintendent.
Assistant to the superintendent.
Assistant to the superintendent.
And basically, Wes hit me up on Instagram. He's been like really interested in construction, and he's gonna start at the ground, and then he's gonna work his way up. So how do you feel about everything so far?
I've been here for what, 3 or 4 weeks now. And
oh my God, it feels like a couple days.
I know. I feel like I've learned a ton, and I'm looking forward to just continuing to learn and continuing to work my way up and being able to do more and more.
Well, dude, you're already crushing it, man. You're gonna do great, man. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. So right here is our pool cabana. We have a large sliding door, like a multi-slide door here. There's gonna be a deck that comes and meets this surface. So what the architect wanted to do is depress this area right where the door threshold is gonna be. So this is where the door is gonna sit. And then basically the stone inside of the cabana is gonna meet flush with the deck. We're just going down about an inch. What they're gonna do is let it dry a little bit and then work it down. Trowel it all in so that we have that depression there, and then those 2 thresholds can meet. You have these holes, you see these various holes going through here. These are all piers. So in our second pour, we're gonna be doing piers all around this area, because all of this, you see holes for piers. All of this is a deck. And then that deck is gonna go from our main house to where you can walk covered, if you want, out to the pool cabana. Pool is right over here. We've kind of just excavated that with the bigger excavator, because we're putting piers over there for our master suite edition. It's gonna come out on that side, and then there won't be much access for a big excavator. So we dug this down. The pool is actually gonna get raised. It's gonna come about 6 feet up to where it's flush. So that deck is gonna come over. It's gonna be no deck around these protected trees, which will be really cool, like a great landscaping feature. And then it wraps around, and we'll have deck all the way down there connecting back into the house. Man, look at these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're crushing it today. Let's get down in the action. Nice. So this area was where our old master suite used to be. So we have these retaining walls. We had to bust this one out. It used to come out over here. We had to cut all this back and move it back in with how our new deck and our new framing is going. So then what they're gonna do is they're just gonna come back, pour all this. So this is actually new retaining wall that we built, but then they had to raise it up 5 inches over there. So that whole rebar mat there had to be raised 5 inches so that this slab and that slab are at the same level. No pasa nada. Man, look at how heavy this is. All full of concrete. So now we're coming back, getting that screed in there. Just leveling it off. Making sure our concrete's kind of full in all these areas. Got the vibrator coming in. You can actually see what a difference this thing makes. Look at it. You see it's just getting air out, making sure that there's no air pockets down in there, because air pockets are voids. That is not strong. We need concrete, thick and compressed. Then what we're gonna have to do, this area here, from this corner over to here, is our front porch. So we're actually going to pour this in concrete. So all of these forms and these braces are in the way. So once we pour this area, we've already got a bunch of concrete that's gonna dry, and then we can break these forms, move them all over to this edge, and then we can form all of this up. We're gonna bring in fill dirt, we're gonna bag it, we're gonna get our grade beams in, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll pour this. So we actually have some floor trusses that are gonna go down here so that we can raise that up without having to pour all that concrete, because we already have a nice stable foundation here to do so. See, now they're tilted up, get all the excess concrete out. Now it's a little lighter. All right, now we're on the top slab. Ha-ha! Dude, he's out here working his ass off, stepping all inside the rebar, moving this heavy ass hose. This is not for the weak. Getting all these areas filled, and then they're coming back, troweling it out, nice and level. Hey, ¿es tu papá? Oh man, mucho gusto. ¿Cuántos años tu mijo?
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, teach him early, you know? So you hear this? You hear it beeping? Look, there's the laser level all the way over there in that corner. He's got the node here on his measuring stick, and then he's just gonna check around when he hears that level. They set the level of these forms so that he can come in the middle here and see that we're nice and level. Now look, here's the Big Daddy screed. Look at that, a coordinated effort. 2 guys, both know how to work in tandem with each other. Getting it nice and flat. What an amazing sight. After all the bullshit we went through, had to let go of the previous guy, we're back on track. Look at this. It's beautiful. All right, we got a little sprinkles out here. It's sprinkling. We do not want it to downpour. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. So look, he wets it down, gets a little water on there, makes it a little more viscous, more workable. Then he comes in with the bull float. La Mapa. I like La Mapa better than the bull float. Look at that. Muy delicado. It's raining. You can do everything right, but man, dealing with weather is always a pain in the ass, and it happens. Now it's picking up. Look, these guys aren't worried. When they start to worry, I will start worrying. Okay, all right, we're letting up. This is it, it's gonna pass, all right, Wes?
It should.
Come on, blow over. So look, this is the power trowel that I was talking to you about. It's got these big fan blades on it, and it just spins and aerates the concrete, and it also compacts it. What happens when it just rains like crazy? What do?
We just cover it.
You just cover it.
Cover it, wait.
But what if it rains for more days?
It is dry, nothing happens.
So we're not supposed to have rain today. All right, now we got to cover up. So what we're gonna do, we're getting plastic on now. Once you start a pour, you gotta finish it. Hey, no pasa nada, right? We'll cover this section over yonder. Hopefully that's it. We got wet t-shirt contest over there from Andrew. Wes, don't lie to me. Is that gonna be it?
The forecast shows it's not gonna pick back up.
Back to it being dry out. Now we just gotta work all this water out of the concrete. I think all in all, we're good. We just gotta get the power trowel out here, work all this water out, and it's gonna be nice. Looking nice and pretty. On hell here, he's 10. That's his dad over there. Already working the bull float. Imagine what this guy's gonna be when he gets older. How cool would that be? Out here with your dad, working, making a damn good living. That's awesome. You can go to college, right? There's a lot of different routes to go. But these guys make what college grads make. I mean, some of these guys, you know, the sky's the limit. You can own your own company. He's already practicing how to be a business owner. I think that is so cool. And just such an amazing, like, family unit that they're working together, spending time together. Look at all that water. It just rises to the surface and they're working it out. And your kids like to work?
Yeah.
They want to be with their papa.
Yeah.
Man, look at all the water coming out.
Agua. So John had to jet over to a meeting real quick, so he handed me the camera. The rain will not stop. The rain has picked back up, so they're covering everything they've already poured. This is my first big concrete job that I've been on. My first big pour with Revent. So it's been pretty cool to just learn how all this works. So for this last section here, you can get the truck close enough to just pour directly where you need it to go.
But man, these guys are just trying to get it done. Definitely not ideal.
there we have it. Looking good, nice and flat. Not the most ideal day. We're just running out of time, and we tried to squeeze it in with the weather. And sometimes you get caught, but at least the rain has been kind of sporadic, and it hasn't been raining the whole entire time. We just got to get all this water worked out. Getting our edge nice and tight there. You know, you just want to make it nice and flat. So this just means a lot more work for these guys. They can handle it, obviously, but it's definitely a pain in the ass. You want to try to, you don't want to see that aggregate. So you see how they're working it in. You see how those rocks were there before? Then they disappear. You want to work all that aggregate into the concrete. So it's a nice smooth surface. You see that? Look, here's a perfect example. You can see the sand. Some aggregate right there. But where he's working this in, it's nice and smooth. Here's that detail we were talking about. We have 1.5 inches down from there. So this is where our deck is gonna come, and that it'll meet perfectly flush when we put the stone on top. Those two surfaces will meet flush. So these guys are just working the out of it. You see, this is nice and worked. Then you see more of that aggregate in there, and that's what he's working out. And then these bolts right here, those are called J bolts. So they go down and there's a little curve at the end of them like that. And this is what we attach our wood sill plate. So you'll take a 2x, put it flat here, 2 of them, and then basically you bolt it on top, and that's what bolts down what we call the sill. So we do these bolts all around the perimeter, and that's what we bolt down. And anywhere that there's like a door opening, those bolts will not be. Now we can actually start getting this bitch dried and cured. So now, this is gonna really get all that water completely worked in. It's gonna push, it's gonna pull a lot of the water up, then we can push it off the sides as well.
What's up, guys? I was out of town last week, so finished product overall is in pretty good shape. They're formed. We didn't have any kind of like blowouts or misalignments or things like that. A lot of our edges are looking pretty clean. We're staying at the front of the house here. This is kind of our garage entry area. You know, one of the things that we look at when it rains is the concrete mixture in itself has what we call like a moisture content or a water to cement ratio that we're looking for. And that water cement ratio really lends itself to the strength of the concrete. It's something that's kind of like calculated in the mix design. You know, when it rains, it usually isn't a huge issue, but things that it can affect are things like the water to cement ratio, as well as the finish. So because the water was kind of coming towards the end of our placement, you know, it wasn't as concerning as that it was like pouring right in the middle and it's kind of getting mixed in. The team here was prepared, not seeing a lot of like divots or issues with the finish. You know, if you're looking for like kind of a close-up view, you know, this looks pretty solid, but you'll see just like some less, a little bit more like a rougher finish here, which even then is really good for the conditions the team was working in. You know, you're kind of seeing these like stuff like this where it's kind of like rough, which is not typical. We'll go and walk the front end of the slab, but you'll see it kind of has these ridges, which is just like kind of inevitable with the water pooling and falling. But all in all, you know, the slab looks really flat. Our edges here are all, you know, squared. We don't have like massive amounts of spalling out, which is what you can see when you don't have a good finish on it. But yeah, these guys did a really good job of managing the rain. So kudos to them. This is the rest of the slab, which you can see they had a much smoother finish on. I mean, this is like, you know, a nice hard trowel finish. We're not really seeing any like low spots or voids or, you know, sometimes they call them like bird baths where they hold water. But, you know, the slab has a really nice finish to it. You can actually see like where the hard trowel machines are coming across, super smooth. So yeah, all in all, I think the finishing team did a really good job. Yeah, kudos to the guys for handling the water, and definitely gives us good faith in who we're working with. So check in and keep you guys in the loop.